Hello and welcome back to Magic Tricks TV. Today I'm going to be teaching you probably my favourite card sleight. This is another way to, I guess, do the double lift or switch a card. So this is the top change. This is definitely such an effective switch that has many uses. With misdirection, it can look quite amazing and looks like nothing is happening at all. So I'm going to go in depth on it, and hopefully you can use it in your routines as well, because I know I do. Alright, so for this you're going to have any card, doesn't matter. I'll just take this card right here, the Jack of Clubs, and you're going to attempt to switch that Jack of Clubs. I'm not going to do a performance of this just because it can be a bit angly and it's just not something for camera. So we're going to take the Jack like this. We're going to hold that card on your thumb like this. So you're holding it. We're going to start again. So you're going to hold the card here. Basically the move looks like this. I'll do a quick overview for the more intermediate magicians out there. You're going to come over, push, your two fingers are going to clamp on this card, and you're going to do this move right here where your hand basically lifts out the card and you're changing it like this. Okay, so you're holding it, you're pushing this card over just like you're dealing a card on the table without the other hand. Like this, your thumb is going to push down on this card, and then your fingers are going to grab this card and you're going to pull out like that. Okay, so if you didn't understand that, I'll go a little bit more in depth. A lot of you probably already know this because I'm new to the magic community on YouTube, so it's been taught quite a lot, but I'm going to put my tutorial on it. So this is it. So you're going to have a card like this. It's the Jack of Clubs that we're using. You're going to take it, your left hand, so your right hand or whatever hand you're using, the card one hand is going to be holding this card like this, and the other hand is going to hold the deck. While you're talking, you're going to be using some misdirection, and you're going to push over like this. You're going to push over a card, leave it there like this, just slightly. This is exaggerated for tutorial purposes, but so you want it in performance, it should be like this. But this is fine. So you're going to have a card pushed over, and then your hands, you're going to put this card near it, so it's like this, and your fingers are going to push down on this card right here like that, and then your hands, you're going to come over like this. You're going to basically push this card underneath while you're pushing this card on top, so it looks like this. Okay, like that. And then what's going to happen is your thumb is going to lightly grasp down. Your fingers on your whatever hand, your right hand, are going to come underneath and pull this card out like this. It's like you're doing a palm of some sort. You're going to be pulling that card out basically like that position. So it's like that. So I'll go over it again. You take a card like this. You're going to push this card over slightly. You're going to put this card on top like this. Your fingers are going to lightly grasp on this card. Your thumb right here, just like this, will have this held down, and you're going to pull this out until it's like this. So in full speed it should look like this, like that. So you can basically use some misdirection tips. So some misdirection tips are basically you can go, can you just hold your hand out for me? Yeah, perfect, like that. And they'll be busy focusing on holding out their hand, and then you can quickly, the most important thing I think is to point at them, and then they don't really see the change. So you point like that, so you go, okay, what's your, yeah, something like that. And basically you can put your hand down to your side once you've done the change, and you're holding this card like this. Okay, so that's basically the top change right there. I'm going to quickly show you a trick that you can do with the top change. So I'm going to set a card over there, and that is my mystery card. I'm going to have you think of any card. Let's say they think of the Four of Spades, okay? So, Four of Spades is hopefully going to be my mystery card right here. So, if we take this mystery card right here, are you sure? Four of Spades? Are you sure you want to? You sure? Alright, Four of Spades. Oh, okay, it's the Joker. Alright. Now, what I'd do is I'd have the spectator put their hand out like this, and I'd say, I want you to think of your card clearly. And I'd say, watch. Your thought of card, the Four of Spades. That's kind of how the trick looks. I'll just quickly run over it. All you're doing is you're going to take out any card. It can be a blank card, or just use a blank card, because that can be more powerful, double backer, a joker, or just any random card. This is a good go-to trick if you're sort of stuck on what to do. You can just do a top change. Top change is just a trick. You can say hold out your hand like this, and you've already changed the card. Okay, so you're going to basically have the cards spread out in your hands like this. You're going to have them think of a card, and you're going to just have them to yourself like this. And let's say they think of the Ten of Spades. They're going to be thinking of any card, but what you're going to do is you can either colour it like this, but what's easier is to just cut it to the top. So Four of Hearts, you can just cut that card to the top like that. Now, you're going to take this card out, and they can say, do you want to look at it? And they'll say yes, and it's blank or whatever, what it is. Then you're going to come over and do your top change. You're going to put this card, so it's like this. Your thumb is going to pull this card onto the deck. Say, try turning it over again, and they snap, and it's turned into their freely thought of card. So yeah, that is the tutorial for the top change. I hope you enjoy it. It's definitely one of my favourites, if not my favourite, card sleights. And yeah, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you next time.